Jim, we're here at your house, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's only days away from you being honored by the Browns. What's that mean to you?
I guess the word that I always think about is respect. Respect is so important in our society, and to be given an honor shows that people respect you, they respect what you have done, and therefore I'm very happy to be here.
And it's got to carry special meaning. I mean, to be part of this and really the defining member of this place. I mean, does that ever occur to you that, hey, people talk about you in tones of you're not only the best Cleveland Brown that ever was, but the best player that ever played in the NFL?
Well, best never comes out of my mouth. I have a great love for greatness, and this is the house of greatness. And there are many forms of greatness here. And I played for a line that produced 3 Hall of Fame running backs. So I got to give them credit, because without them, the 3 of us wouldn't be here.
Jim Brown trying the left side, and Jim Brown running, cutting behind his blockers and coming down on the right side. He's to the 10, and he is looping in for the touchdown.
All right, Jim, there we go. What do you think? Did they capture the likeness? Up close?
Oh, well, they did a better job than they did on Walter.
Yeah.
But I guess it looks like me a little bit.
I mean, can you even remember, the feel of wearing that uniform?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was watching Adrian Peterson the other night, and it took me back so I could actually smell the grass. And I started remembering how good I felt to be playing this game.
Here's a give to Jim Brown, sweeping left end. He's caught back at the 7, hit back at the 5, fights away to the 4, to the 2. One hand's on the ground. Jim Brown bolts into the end zone. Touchdown for Jim Brown.
(1957), the Browns make you their #1 draft pick. What do you remember about that day?
Well, I remember that I got a telephone call, and I was happy to be chosen by the Browns. I thought New York might get me since I was from New York, but then when the Browns chose me as their #1 pick, and I figured Paul Brown wanted a runner, so I get a lot of carries. And so I was happy with it.
This is Jim Brown to the 25, over the 30, 35, 40. Jim Brown to midfield. Leaders chasing him at the 30, and he is gone for the score.
In 8 years that you led the NFL in rushing, 9 times you were a Pro Bowler. I mean, when we watched you, it looked so effortless. It looked so easy for you to do that. What do you remember about all those achievements?
Well, I was dedicated to the game, and I had my own standards. I didn't believe in the statistics, basically, and there are things that I wanted to do personally that no one knew about. Sometimes a 1-yard run was important to me more than a 60-yard run, and I had a different set of values and standards for myself, and I just wanted to have the kind of career that I did have. I didn't miss any games, and I don't think I missed any practices. And Art Modell said the greatest thing about me was that he got his money's worth because I played in every game.
Right.
So, it was an honor for me to be able to play in the National Football League and to have a career that I did have.
Give to Jim Brown, turning right end behind Dickerson. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a touchdown for the Browns.
There's a notable omission in this room of all the busts. Yours. It's down in New Jersey at NFL Films. They're doing a Showtime special, so they needed it for that. But who cares? The real thing is here.
Well, temporarily removed is kind of like
Yeah, we got to get it back here.
Yeah, we got to get it back. It looks strange. It's the only one that's missing, right?
When you came to the realization that you were going to join this great group of players and be part of the Hall of Fame, did it seem like the completion of the journey for you?
Not really. I think that it's good to be recognized, and the Hall is the ultimate recognition. But when you are on the football field, you're not thinking about the Hall of Fame. You're thinking about getting that extra yard and about winning the game. And in a team sport, it can never be too much about you as an individual. Without the other guys and their talent, my talent would never be exhibited here. As I said earlier, respect is so important. And this is the place that your talent is given the greatest respect.
You know why Madden's so different this year? Field sim. It changes everything. So I can finally throw the rock.
Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible.
Put the ball where only I can catch it.
Thing they know.
Yo, Hit Boy, what you think?
I could make the biggest hit in the game, man.
You ain't lying, bro. We live?
Oh, we live.
We made it till you got dollars. Go out and shop for you.
Taylor?
Wait, just...
We're live.
Wait, what? Slice up the defense with Field Sense.
You can do that too.
We need some big plays, big hits right now.
Say less.
Game on the
Ooh, now that's a hit.
time we do deep.
Touche.
So, what can you change with Field Sense?
I don't judge, I sing. You staying down for the come up till I reign supreme.
Everything.
Let's get it. Yeah.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Commanders making their way out. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Wentz first play going right to the air. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz gonna throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On play action, Wentz. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Holding. Offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Velus Jones is intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. This complete to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Gets around him. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. Now the ball comes loose. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 19-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. Skip peppering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Washington offense set to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 13. On play action, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, boy. Let's go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Montgomery, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Two minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Back to throw, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air again, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Montgomery running right. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run, and you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 55 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball back to the playmakers. Going to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Wentz again. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd and 8. Now Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the Pro Bowl, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, Wentz. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson on a receiving end from Carson Wentz. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Wentz now on 1st down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. And the Bears first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Bears punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the middle to Gibson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Shotgun now for Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down 24-17. A minute 55 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. All eyes on Fields. Able to complete it to Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Here's Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
So nothing doing there. And they'll bring up 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely, every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.